Hello everyone, Bats here, and I got the newest Platinum review for you guys. This time we're going to be Platinum reviewing Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? And the answer to that is no. No, it's not wrong. A little bit before I get into the review, a little bit about backstory with this. I had never heard of this. I watch anime. I'm not like crazy anime watcher or anything like that. Recently started One Piece, and we're like 150 episodes in, so I'm proud of it. We're on the journey. But I'd never heard of this, and I saw this game, and I was like, oh, that kind of looks fun. I like dungeon crawlers, stuff like that. So I was like, let's get it. This game made me want to watch the anime. So and I watched the anime, and I absolutely love it. So kudos to this game, right off the bat. We're going to throw that in there. If you don't know what a platinum review is, we'll start with that. A platinum review is where I play the game to completion. I do everything that you can possibly do with the game. I get the platinum, that beautiful, gorgeous trophy. Get the trophy, and then I review it. That way, you know that I put in the time and effort into the game. I didn't just throw together a review after a couple hours. And also endgame content. I put in the effort to that, and I can let you know how well the endgame content is. So let's dive right into this game right here. Now, is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? I'm going to shorten the name here and there, but we're going to start with the story. The story, you follow Bel Crenel and his journey to become a adventurer, and a strong one at that. The story behind the dungeon game is you pretty much have the gods, they got bored with heaven, and so they came down to earth and started creating their familia, and you join a familia. Once you join a familia, they give you special powers and abilities to where you can go and fight monsters, level up, all that exciting stuff. Bel Crenel is the main person, but along the way there also is Eyes Wallenstein. She is also playable in this as well. So you have two different playable characters and two different points of view. In the anime, it mostly follows Bel Crenel, but I do like that a lot about this, is it follows different points of view, so you can kind of get, different sides of the story and stuff like that. The story was really good. It's all Japanese, English subtitled, so if you don't like games that you have to read, if you don't like things with subtitles, this definitely isn't for you. I'll throw that in right off the bat. But I will say that the story was really good. I was really hooked into the story almost immediately, and that alone made me want to watch the anime. The story is really, really good, and I won't go too in depth with the story because I don't want to. I hate reviews that ruin stories and everything like that. So I'm not going to go into the story at all, but I will say that if you play this game, it follows season 1 of the story pretty much episode by episode. It's very, very in depth. I was talking to my friend about it while I was playing it, and I was like, yeah, this happened. He was like, are you watching the show too? And I was like, no, I'm just playing the game. He's like, okay, well, you're watching the show pretty much. So it follows it exactly. And then watching season 1 of the actual show, I was like, oh, I've already seen this. But, I didn't mind it too. So that was really cool too, that, I had already seen everything that was happening because of this game. But then at the same time, I was completely okay with it because I was engulfed in the world. And I think they did a really good job with the story. Granted, it is based off the anime, so, if you like the story here, it's because of the anime story. But I think they did a good job at carrying that over. So kudos there. Also, we're going to get into the combat. Now, the combat's very repetitive. I will throw that out there. It's very tap square, tap square, tap square, step backwards, go forward, tap square. It's the same thing over and over. It's not very different. And as you level up and you get stronger, nothing changes with your combat. It's still the same exact stuff from when you're starting off. Only difference is you might be stronger, or you might be have an ability, stuff like that. But you can't change out abilities. You can't change up your weapons really. You have 3 different weapons, but each one feels the exact same. There's no differences between play styles or anything like that. Even changing between Eyes Wallenstein and Belle Crenel, it's the same. It doesn't feel different as far as playstyle, other than one is completely OP and the other one is Belle. So yeah, the combat's kind of repetitive, but it's fun still. I really enjoyed it. I definitely won't say that it was, dull to the point of why am I playing this, but it does get very repetitive, and I feel like they could have done more to customize the experience and make it a little bit more worth playing, especially Endgame, which we'll get to that in a minute. The music's pretty good. I definitely enjoy the music. I feel like there's only like one or two tracks for music. I know towards the end you unlock like a music track list, and it goes pretty far down. So I want to say there's random number 20 different songs or something like that. But I feel like everything sounded the exact same. So music wasn't that good, but the main songs and everything were catchy, so it wasn't bad. The music's definitely not bad, but I would have liked a little bit more variety to it, something more memorable. But then again, it's not the end of the world. Just something I would have liked. So we've already hit story, we've already hit combat, we've already hit the music. Let's go over graphics now. Graphics, it does the whole chibi style. I don't really have any gripes about that. I enjoy that type of style for gameplay. The graphics aren't horrible. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. I also don't like when you're in a story segment and it's you and another person standing side by side. The mouths don't really move, and it's just them going like bouncing up and down, meaning that they're talking. I feel like they could have done a little bit more to that portion of it. But I mean, other than that, it's not bad. The graphics are nice. It's you get what you pay for kind of thing. So it's not like this is a AAA title, anything like that. So I think the graphics are definitely good for what the game is. It's not a big budget game like Dragon Ball Z or anything like this. I don't think they even thought this game was going to do good. I don't know if it did. I haven't looked at numbers or anything like that. But it's not bad. So we pretty much hit every main aspect about the game except one last thing, which is endgame content. Endgame content for this game is very, very boring. It's the same thing over and over. Once you beat the story, there's nothing else. You're pretty much you have endgame dungeons. You're trying to get date points so you can go on dates with people. Which are just like side stories that have nothing to do with the actual story, and to level up your abilities to make yourself stronger, which make a pretty big difference, but it's not like it's very, very, very repetitive. I'd probably say the story, if I had to put a random number on it, probably took me about 10 hours to complete the story. As far as endgame content to get the platinum, I'd probably say that took me 40 to 50 hours just on endgame content, and it's very repetitive. It's literally the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over, and it's not very gratifying. It's not like I'm playing it like, oh, this is so much fun right now. It's the same thing, and the fact that the combat doesn't change, so it's square, square, back, square, square, back. The fact that doesn't change at all is very, very disappointing for endgame. I think this game would be so much more beneficial if there was different things to the combat, different things to change it up, different play styles that you can switch through, different things to make it to where that end game was not as rough as it was, because I will not lie to you, it was incredibly rough. It's still fun, so I'm not going to sit here and say, it's boring, because it's a fun game. I do enjoy the game. I enjoyed my time with it, but it's so repetitive that it just hurts your heart. But yeah, as far as the platinum goes, in order to get the platinum, you literally have to do everything in the game, complete every single dungeon, go on dates with every single person that's available complete the abilities for every character. You also, if you're watching this and you're like, I don't know how to get these trophies, one tip, you do have to have some of the characters as a partner and use their special ability. I was missing one for Benevolent Mistress for one of the characters on there, and I had to put her into my my party and use an ability with her to get the scene. So if you are missing one, just little tip for that, because that took me a while to figure that out. Other than that, the platinum's not too bad. With how grindy it was, I would put this probably at a 4 out of 5 for difficulty. Especially the endgame dungeons, they can be very difficult, to where you're only doing a tiny portion, going back, doing a tiny portion, leveling up yourself a little bit at a time to complete it. But, other than that, it's not bad. I really enjoyed my time with the game, and, the story alone was what drove me to like this game a lot. It made me want to watch the anime. It made me watch the anime. Really, really good game. I would give the game, and I say it's a really good game, but I would still only give the game a 6 out of 10. The repetitiveness, endgame content, lack of combat, just being so repetitive, I can't give it any higher. I just can't do it. The platinum was fun to get, though, but like I said, it took probably about 50 hours of my life that I'll never get back. So if you're looking for a platinum, I would suggest the game. It's really fun, but don't go into it expecting great things, because you'll be let down towards the end of the game. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you wanted to give me a like, it's down there somewhere on your screen. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That helps me out too. And then, yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. And keep on platinum in games. Yeah.